What makes the Giro so special?
It is Chavez to win the stage, Yates in second. What a 1-2!
I don't know why, I'm a bit emotional. I don't know why, I never get emotional.
Fire at the top of that.
I'm tearing up again, can't stop it.
He's the only man seated out of this quartet for the time being. And here comes Simon Yates. Simon Yates is going to take a stage victory here. The smile on his face already. The smiling assassin has come home. He's had one shot. It's the first time he's been in front all day. And you know what? You only have to be in front once.
¿En qué consiste? Ahí está el aplauso para Simon Yates, que se lleva el recuerdo de Cuyar Vega.
Como no, además también algo representativo para él. Simon, how are you for today? The first prize.
Clearly Simon is the most talented and the best climber we've ever had in this organisation, that's without a doubt. He's won our only Grand Tour, the Tour of Spain. Won multiple stages in the Giro, the Tour and the Vuelta. Under the surface, it's still the same Simon Yates, and we like it like that. He's one of the world's best climbers.
Full name. Simon Philip Yates. From Bury, Manchester.
I started when I was 10 because I went with my dad to the velodrome in Manchester.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I got knocked off my bike by a sheep, and my friends took me to the velodrome watching the Monday night track league, and the lads asked me if they could come. I took them along. They saw the other kids going round and said, "Get us a go, Dad." So I did. I got them a go on the track, and that was it. Off we went.
Simon Yates is going to go for it.
It's the first time on skinny tyres.
Simon Yates is the world champion for Great Britain.
Like I say, never look back. Me and Adam, we both really enjoyed riding on the velodrome.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and then if there's extra sessions on, they went to them as well.
The first year I got a road bike was maybe, after 6 years maybe, when I was 16 already.
It was like, that was it, they wanted to do that. They loved sport, football, we nearly got them lost to football at one point.
But just wasn't very good, not very coordinated with the feet, unfortunately.
Cycling sort of took over.
And even then I was only just doing it for enjoyment really, rather than thinking of it as a profession.
Come on, Adam, dig it! Come on, Adam!
Il vencitore del quattro tappa, il britannico Simon Yates, che luce il 31.
We're at the first race of the year here in Vuelta and Lucia, and he's had a very good winter up to now.
These days, there is no training race. Now they're racing just as hard as ever.
I think the expectations there is just to see that he is improving.
I always used to tell them in strong words, preparation. If you're prepared right, you can race right. It developed into a joke over the time. If something would go wrong, I used to say, preparation.
Here we can really go for it, but it can't be a sprint. It's got to be like, imagine you do a lap here in training. This is your 5-minute max here.
Simon Yates as a person hasn't changed too much. I think he's obviously over the years, he's become a lot more comfortable and has developed from a young budding talent to a leader.
There is some. I sometimes think that there are aspects of leadership he doesn't really want. He doesn't like. I feel he doesn't like a lot of pressure, because it's a lot of responsibility.
The race has gone good so far. I think today will be another hard day, so looking forward to it.
Champions do come in very many shapes, sizes and personalities. I think the difference is Simon's a winner. I think the best way to describe Simon, he wants to finish his career with some great wins. He's not looking at leaving a legacy, and he's certainly not interested in the media attention and the hype and the buzz of being a world-class athlete. He does it out of the purity of being a winner in sport. And that's what drives him, not fame.
Next of those to try and jump across was Simon Yates, the British rider from the Australian team, kicking hard to try and go across clear, making sure he was taking no one with him too.
He's best when he is a bit of a random rider, and he can do what he wants to do on his own without having to sort of, he just goes on instinct then.
This was the remnants of our breakaway, our leading.
He's got that capability of being able to shut out the outside world.
Providing the team, not sprinting the others. They can find the stage. He's ridden well this week, 1/7.
He's able to shut out the critics. He concentrates on what he wants to do, concentrates on the goals that he wants to reach. And I think this is, really something important for a leader. If you continuously concerned about the critics, it's difficult for a leader to get his goals and reach his goals and do what he wants to do.
I mean, everyone has their own idea and their own goals, so each their own.
You think tomorrow the race is still in play, or I think about 30 seconds there for Wout?
I don't know. I need to look at the GC properly and have a look tonight. If they're strong tomorrow, then they'll be hard to beat.
Oh, look, I think he bounces back pretty quick. I think there's many ways to win a bike race, but there's also many ways to lose a bike race.
Last year, he's always wanted to do the Olympics, and he crashed in the Tour de France. Oh no, his Olympic dream is gone.
There was an almighty crash. Several also had to abandon, including both Hamilton and Yates of the Bike Exchange team.
There's only ever one time he's ever phoned me up, needing a bit of sort of TLC, and I think he'd crashed a couple of times. But I remember driving home and he just phoned me up, and he never phones me up after a race, never ever phones me, and just talk to him, just give him a bit of pep talk, and that was the only time he's ever done that.
The rider who really kicked things off was Simon Yates, the British rider for Team Bike Exchange Jayco, in preparation for his assault on the Giro d'Italia this year, using his good early season form to draw clear that group of around 27, 28 of the best riders in the race.
All that experience, all that learning he's had from the team, going back through the years, has really given him in good stead. He's sort of, he's given him sort of all that mental imprints of like, no, actually I know what to do on this race.
You don't have 21 days in a row of feeling perfect. You've got to deal with those bad days as best as you can and move on to the next one.
Simon Yates it was too, kicking away from the yellow jersey and white pole to try and add some more time into that general classification.
Always to the line, go past the line.
Race to the line.
Race to the line.
If you've made your mind up, you're going for it. Don't look back, because if they're catching you, they're going to catch you.
There's a risk factor of not being ready in time, but I think 2.5 months out from the start of the Giro, we're in a really good place. The winter's gone well, and even this week, you can see his form and his condition is building day to day, and I'm not surprised. And I think that only bodes well for what we have lying ahead in Paris-Nice and Catalonia. One thing I haven't is never stopped believing. I think especially the Giro and the Vuelta are races that really do suit his characteristics. He's a guy that usually takes a little bit of racing to arrive at his top form. We knew coming in here that the big scheme and the big picture is later on, and getting used to that stress of the bunch has been a positive here. And just we've seen in a couple of instances here this week that he has tested the legs, which also gives him confidence moving forward that the preparation has gone well. And when you can see yourself building over a 5-day race, it's a good sign that the work that you have done is paying off.
The legs are good, but of course we're still building towards the main goal of the year, which is the Giro.
Certainly wasn't the result that we were looking for, but it is what it is. Simon really struggled to mobilise on the climb today, and we're in a position where we didn't expect to be. Yeah, we've come close to winning the Giro. We've had a lot of success with him at the Giro, and it feels like unfinished business.
Danny Martinez took over as Simon Yates then swept past the pink jersey, and Egan Bernal latched onto the wheel.